let's make lemonade. Okay, let's go to work.
That's the signal! Go! It's beautiful! Mother Nature just pissed her pants, dude!
Wake up and hit the ground running. It's The Rush, presented by Willis Auto, with Travis Justice and Ross Peterson bringing you raw, unfiltered, and unapologetic talk about sports, life, and everything else that matters. No filter, no fluff, just The Rush.
Hello, world. Welcome to the Rush Radio Show, powered by Willis Automotive and Willis Nissan. Drive the 2026 Rogue for just $229 a month. A sporty crossover with impressive tech, comfort, and a value at a price that's hard to beat. And Ross Peterson knows that because he is a Willis Nissan Rogue driver today. If you are listening on the audio stream at therushradio.com, the Rush Radio Android app, or the TuneIn app, thank you so much. Watching on YouTube, hit that subscribe button. Give this video a like. Leave your comments in the comments section. The phone lines are always open at 515-517-2303, and follow us on social media. Good morning, Ross Peterson. I missed you yesterday.
Yeah. Did you miss me yesterday? Did you really? Did you miss me?
I really did.
And it looked like you were having fun. I thought you were glowing. When you were on the air with us yesterday, you looked happy.
Well, because it was just something different, and I'm out there, and just the circumstances, like, right, it was cold, it was wet, it was rainy, and it was like, you either bitch about the miserableness of golfing in the rain and golfing in wet conditions, or you embrace it and say, fellas, let's go have fun today.
I like the attitude.
Let's go have fun today.
I could tell. Yesterday, I could see you glowing a little. I was like, he looks happy. I didn't think that was the club either. The way it was lit up with the blue sky and the gray sky behind it and the rain falling, it looked majestic. Well, how did you play golf? You told me, here's what you said to me when I talked to you yesterday. You said, I had 3 really good holes.
For me, 3 really good holes.
All right. Well, that's fair.
Yes.
That's how the game should be. That's how it should be for you.
The most important hole was my best, and that was hole number 1, where they introduce you and and everybody, well, at 6:30, there weren't many people watching, but it's your first tee off with the pro, and they're probably, sizing you up going, okay, who are we golfing with here today? And I had a drive basically straight down the middle. Did it go 300 yards? No. Did it go 250 yards? Probably not. Middle. Did it go 225? Yeah, I'll take that. That's old man golf, right? So I as long as I didn't embarrass myself, and I actually had a good approach. And same on hole 2, hole 3, and then hole 4, things went south really quick.
Yeah,
and
that's what happens.
And it's a mental game at that point, right? That's what is hard about golf. And I'm to the point now where I have a bad shot, I know what I did right away. I opened my club face, or I didn't follow through. I can pick that up. I don't know my feet stance very well, but you can kind of feel it. I did okay on some chips and some putts after that, but otherwise, I got my steps in because it was cart path only, and for some reason, I wasn't hitting to the cart path. We were all like, let's try to stay as close to the cart path as possible.
You try to do that, and it never works.
No, never.
That's why we're not good. If you were a really good golfer, then you could do that. If it was like, hey, I'm going to hit it by the cart path, well, then you'd be able to go, well, I'm going to hit it on the green. But
dude, the impressive things, we golfed 1-9, and I forget their names because I'm horrible with names. Great with faces, bad with names. But watching these guys, the first guy we had, young kid. I mean, he graduated from North Carolina 2 years ago, and he's been on the Corn Ferry Tour full time. He already has a win this year. He won at Tulum. So, yeah, he's got a win on the tour.
Wow.
But to watch these guys on their approaches, Ross, so, the short game's where you win, right? You can drive all you want. But how they're 75 yards out, approach, they get it on the green. For me, I'm going to get it, and it's going to spin forward. They put that backspin on the ball, and you're like, that's just, how do you do that, right? It just starts going backwards. I'm like, why can't I do that? The ball had brakes on it, comes to a screeching halt.
This is, if you want to know my level of intelligence, this is where my level of intelligence is. I don't get it. I swing the same club My club has the same degree of loft. My club has the same little grooves in it. My club has the same Titleist name on the back of it. What's happening different at contact? What I don't understand. What's happening at contact? Is it literally just the angle at which the club is hitting the ball is correct?
It must be.
The way I'm doing it is slightly not correct. I'm hitting the same ball.
I don't think in all the golf shots I've had in my life, I've ever put backspin on a ball ever.
And Ryan, like not getting under the ball, I get that, but I've gotten under the ball. That's my thing. I've had beautiful golf shots, high arcing. You're like, right at the pin. This is great. I'm with you, Travis. Unless the green is slanted backwards at me, I've never had a ball land and roll back and spin like that. I've had friends that, and like you said, not buddies that can necessarily do it on command, but from time to time trying to do it, pull it off.
Yeah.
My buddy John's crazy. And again, John's one of the really good amateurs in Iowa. When you golf with a guy that's that good, you got a kid that won a tournament on the Corn Ferry. That's the best golfer that's the best golfer I'll ever play with.
Yeah. I go, what was that Sunday like?
Oh.
You know, he goes, it was nerve-wracking, right? Because, I mean, you're trying to get to the PGA Tour, and, you know, a Corn Ferry Tour win helps. If you get, 3 or 4, you automatically get the promotion. He goes, it was pretty stressful. You know?
That's how that works. You get 3 or 4, you automatically get a promotion?
Yeah, it's like you automatically go up. So
I thought that was more of like a not necessarily promotion relegation system in golf, but it kind of is, isn't it?
Yeah.
I was thinking that on the Corn Ferry, if you just if you were in the top, top
at
10
the end of the year, there's also that relegation. But if you get I think it's 3 or 4, I forget what the number is, tour wins during the season, you automatically go up. They're like, okay, you won enough down here, you've proved your mettle. Go up to the big leagues and see if you can win it.
So each guy played 9 holes with you. Did they like swap groups and play another 9, or what did they do?
Nope, they only played 9 holes. So they're like, we're done for the day. And and they go, we've been out here quite a bit. We know the course fairly well.
That was going to be my other question. Is it like an advantage to play one of? Well, I guess you're. Yeah. Okay.
Like the first kid, he goes, I played here last year, so I know the course pretty well. The other one had played here 3 years in a row. He goes, I know the course fairly well. So I played 9 on Monday, 9 on Tuesday, 9 on Wednesday.
Do they make the pros during the tournament do that thing? Travis's club has a very odd setup because they've removed holes over 100 years and added holes, and there's a road that goes through the middle.
No, I wasn't at that club. It was a completely different club. It was a completely different club.
That's why it didn't look right to me.
Yes. They're not playing a Corn Ferry Tournament Field Club of Omaha.
I thought they were. That's why it's like,
dude, the pros would drive every hole on that course. Okay. No, we were at a completely different course. And Ross thought I was at my club. That's funny. I guess I should have clarified that yesterday. I thought you just would have understood when you were there that, nice course, looks good. They can't host big tournaments here.
That's honestly why yesterday when you popped up, I was like, the club looks great.
No, different club. Tyler asked if it was OCC. That's where they play the U.S. Senior National, and no, it was at Indian Creek. But
this is amazing.
That's funny. Because when you asked me yesterday, are you at the club? I'm like, well, that's where they play golf, is at golf clubs. I never thought you were asking me if I was at my club.
You just answered so many of the questions I had. Like, I was really confused. I was like, man, it's a nice course, but man, what I was about to ask is if they make the guys tee off on 7, go back and play 6, and then play their ball on 7.
No. They do that at my club because it's been set up so poorly over the years. Oh, God.
Yeah. I think we've talked about that, but that's something you actually do. You tee off on 7, go back and play 6, and
then meet your ball in the middle of the fairway. It's a beautiful thing. Saves you a lot of time. Now, there is a sign that says during tournament play, you got to come back and tee up. But, just for you everyday golfers, tee off on 7, play the 500-yard par 5, go play the par 3, and meet your ball in the middle.
Like having 2 holes in. They should do that with all par 5s. Have a par 3 in the middle of it.
It works. It works. That's funny.
It
was kind of a small world type thing yesterday. At least I put things together. So the first kid that and I call him a kid because he's only 23, 24 years old, right?
I refer to 28-year-olds as kids still. I'm sorry.
He was really, really good. But I go, hey, where are you from? He goes, well, I went to school at North Carolina, but I'm from San Diego. I said, oh, that's really cool. I said, my son's girlfriend is from San Diego. So we kind of talked about that. On the back 9, guy gets in. I go, where'd you go to school? Clemson. I go, where are you from? He goes, Hilton Head, Savannah. I go, my daughter lives in Savannah. He goes, well, my wife's a news anchor in Savannah. And so we just, I brought my TV experience into it and had a little fun. And
you don't remember either of their names?
I don't. I'm horrible with names. I'm horrible.
Did you try to see? Like I would have tried to have some sort of fun with the second guy when I met the second guy, and they were like, this is Travis Justice. I'm like, Travis Justice. Oh. You're the guy our last guy was talking about. Something like that.
This is a good sign of how bad you suck at golf. Okay. So on the back 9, the pro had his dad with him. Great dude. Owns a 4,000-acre sod farm in South Carolina. He grows grass. I go, where's the money at in grass? He goes, well, that centipede grass, that's a dime a dozen. He goes, we're into the Zoysis. He goes, so we need to sell more Zoysis.
Did you tell him you got a guy who needs some Zoysia? Did you hook me up on some Zoysia for the side of the hill?
I could probably do that.
Right.
I could go find him. But he was a golfer at Clemson as well. And so of our foursome, they're interactive, they're having fun. And I noticed with one of my guys, they're giving pointers to, and another one, they're helping him. We get to 18. I go, how you suck really bad and you're not helpable? They're like, what are you talking about? I go, you guys have helped those two with their swing the whole time. You've ignored me throughout the day, and I've just come to the conclusion that I am beyond saving when it comes to golf. And they started laughing, but I'm like, and they didn't have any. They just kind of looked at me and went, yeah, you can't be helped. Yeah.
I told you, my buddy Ryan Childs is a really good golfer. We're golfing one day with BJ Van Vliet, my buddy who we grew up with. These are guys I've known my whole life. And BJ's a really good golfer. Ryan's just maybe a step above BJ. And Ryan's like, BJ's like, what do you think about this? What am I doing here? And Ryan says, BJ, dude, just be an athlete. And I said, hey, I've golfed with you for 30 years. You've never once said to me, hey, just be an athlete. And it came to me, I came to my own conclusion pretty quickly as to why that was. I think I understood the game. Scoreboard came real clear, real quick.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I'm here for the entertainment. Okay.
Puts his arm around you, Sean or Ross. You're just not an athlete. You're just not an athlete.
Ross, we encourage you not to be an athlete. Because when you try is when it gets really bad.
Yeah.
Just have fun.
Yeah. Try not to be an athlete, and you might be successful.
Exactly. The less serious you take this, the better off for everybody. Moose says, but were they envious of the G driver? Did you ever have to bust out the G spot?
Finally, we reached like a par 5 that was like 540 yards.
The big dog. You needed the big dog.
And my cart partner goes, you're finally going to bring that thing out? I said, no other club is working at this point. And I actually hit it fairly well. But the next hole, I go, well, I'll use it again.
When you hit it, did you line up over the ball? Let everybody get quiet.
G-spot! I should have.
Next time I golf with you, better be ready.
And then you've seen my putter, right? And the dad, he goes, can I see that putter?
Yeah. I haven't seen one of these since my great-grandpa.
That's exactly what he said. He had all these questions about it. And finally I said, well, it's my dad's putter. And we didn't talk for 26 years and he died. And I'm like, I was going to throw it out. And I'm like, well, the only thing I got left, and I never talked to him, so I'll just keep it. It's one of those. He's like, okay, I get it. He goes, that's not a bad putter. He goes, you might need a new grip on it since it's never been changed since like 1976. But he goes, it's not as bad a putter as he goes. It looks not modern, but he goes, it's not a bad putter.
It looks not modern, is how he put it.
Yes. Thing's older than Ross. It is older than Ross.
During the break, could you go get it?
I think I could. Yeah.
Okay. I want people to see this putter because how do you put it? It looks
not modern. He had a name for it. He's like, is that a dogwood putter? I go, I don't know what a dogwood it was just kind of an old, it would be what Sam Snead putted with back in the 50s.
It's a classic. It is an absolute classic.
We try here, but I'm glad I played. I missed doing the show, and I want to thank Sean for sitting in with me yesterday. I want to thank Owen for coming in and running the controls. Owen wanted me to announce something in the first 10 minutes of the show. He was over here last night, and I forget what he wanted me to announce. Oh, I know what it is. In the first couple of days, we knew there would be some hiccups, and Sean probably talked about his internet problems a little bit yesterday. He got them all fixed yesterday. Their stream was crystal clear, no interruptions throughout. So don't forget, you got the Lunch Rush with Trent Condon coming up from 11 to 1. You can listen on the audio stream and YouTube, as well as Beyond the Bench with Sean and Lucas. Clear stream. He moved upstairs. He learned that if your router's on the third floor and you're on the basement, that's probably not very good Wi-Fi connection. But he got it all fixed
about it yesterday a little bit. He was rock solid for him yesterday during the morning. He was sold in the basement, but he can't hardwire into his internet. Did you know that?
No. Yeah, I know. Yeah.
So.
So the streams should be good, and so make sure to check out both shows. If you haven't done so already, the Lunch Rush with Trent Condon from 11 to 1 and Beyond the Bench with Sean and Lucas from 4 to 6 right here on the Rush Radio Network. Coming up at 7 o'clock, John Walters, the voice of the Iowa State Cyclones, going to be joining us. Of course, fall camp has started for the Cyclones. And Ross, Jimmy Rogers talked yesterday. And if this would have been 2023, 2022, and I heard this come out of his mouth, I'd have been making fun of him. I'm not going to make fun of Jimmy Rogers for saying what he said yesterday. He was on a podcast earlier, and he voted Iowa State to make the Big 12 championship game. Now, most people think that is laughable, right? Here's why he said he voted Iowa State to make the Big 12 championship game.
I was brought in to win, very self-aware. They didn't hire me to come here and not be competitive. I wasn't hired for my disposition. I was hired to create a program that competes and wins, and that's the goal. We're not signing up for second place. So I know that's a bold statement, and it'll be printed everywhere, but the reality is this: the players have to believe in what you say, and you have to act on how you believe. I believe that we can win. So they need to feel that. They need to experience that. They need to see it every single day in order to become it. And when do you start believing that you can do it? When you get there and lose? That you're shocked that you got to a place that you've harped on all year? Or when you fall short and you only win 5 games? I don't believe in that. I don't really buy into.
So he's talking about manifestation. He's
confidence, believing in
confidence.
Yeah.
With 82 newcomers, 48 transfers, 15 that came over from Washington State, people are like, what is this guy doing? Let me just tell you, Curt Cignetti came to Indiana, and I'm not comparing Jimmy Rogers to Curt Cignetti, but Curt Cignetti, when he made a bold statement at Indiana, people laughed at him, right? And he had 30 transfers. He had 46 total new scholarship players. 13 of those transfers came from James Madison. And he went 11-2. Nobody thought the Rourke kid that came in from Ohio was going to be a quarterback that was changing the face of the Big Ten. And we've talked about how Curt Cignetti has kind of set the new standard for new coaches. Can everybody do it? No. But am I going to downplay confidence like that as maybe I would have 4 or 5 years ago? I'm just going to sit back and wait. Because you never know. You never know. Am I crazy for believing that?
Not at all. And he's not crazy for saying what he said. And not a knock on the Big 12, but there are a couple of teams on that Big 12 schedule and that in the Big 12 that you look at and go, that's probably a loss. We don't know these guys. It's certainly not fair to just chalk these all up as losses. I guarantee you most Iowa State fans aren't doing that. When you show up on Saturday, you're not going to be showing up going, here we go. So I love it. I like that he comes out and says that. It does surprise me that he picked. So like in the coaches poll, what do you mean he predicted Iowa State to get?
Iowa State has, their preseason media polls, and he voted Iowa State to get to the Big 12 championship game, said it on a podcast. So you've got the media poll, you've got what the coaches think. And he goes, you know what? If I'm going to bet on somebody, I'm going to bet on to me. And I like that. And I'm using the comparisons to Indiana because they're the most recent one that falls into that. And it's easy to say, well, that's a diamond in the rough. That only happens once in a great while. True. I understand that. But of the India, I mentioned he brought 15 starter or transfer players over from Washington State. You had Curt Cignetti, he brought 30 transfers in. 13 of those came from James Madison. You had 13 transfers that started 10 or more games, and 30 of the 46 transfers took 250 snaps or more. So he relied a lot on those transfers to turn Indiana around. Who says that these transfers at Iowa, and I'm not promising anything. Again, I'm with you. We don't know who these guys are. And right now, I think Iowa State's at a 5 to 6 game over under. Indiana in 2024 is at the same level. They were picked like 77th overall in Division I, near the bottom of the Big Ten. Nobody saw that coming. And I kind of go with you with it. In the Big Ten is a better football league than the Big 12. Sorry, Big 12 supporters. That's a fact.
I don't think that anybody. Yeah, right.
Yeah. So I sit here and go, am I buying what he's selling? I'm agnostic right now. I'm just going to hold off and go, I'm going to sit back and watch this thing.
Do you like what he said?
Yes.
I do too.
100%. Love what he said.
If you said to me, would I say that? No. No. Do I think Iowa State's in the Big 12 title game next year? I don't know who their players are.
I know Jalen Rayner is their starting quarterback. He came up from Arkansas State. That's about it.
Yeah, right. There a handful of guys that you can look up their stats from Washington State or something like that. I don't know who this team is. So yeah, I'm here for it. Let's watch. I love that confidence. How long is it going to take? Everybody wants to win. He could have gotten up there and given us the process
and talked in threes.
Right, he could have done all the cliche stuff. Here's what I tell you. I did what I saw there. That doesn't look. That's a completely different look than Curt Cignetti.
Same but different, right?
The visual there is completely different than Curt Cignetti.
Humility in there.
He's got that's a good word for it, dude. He's got that hat tucked down. He's not necessarily he's not looking down, but he's not. Curt Cignetti's commanding a room. That's a motherfucker. Curt Cignetti.
And no apologies for it.
With his suit on, Google me.
And that's okay too. But I think that's who he is. As long as you're true to yourself.
Yeah.
And
I just saw that when that popped up, I was like, oh, this doesn't look like the thing we normally see, which I'm okay with. I like it being different. But I really like the thing. Instead of going in there and going, listen, this people need to give this thing time. These things, you don't build Rome overnight. This is a process.
You know what you don't have in college football? You don't have time anymore. You don't have time anymore. And I think people were offended. Offended is a strong word, because if you're offended by Curt Cignetti or put off by Curt Cignetti until they went, oh, he's actually being his authentic self. Once you realize that Curt Cignetti was authentic, you went,
that's him. He's that dude. He's that guy with the, yeah. Jake puts it best. Jake says, Curt Cignetti wants to be at the podium. Rogers seems like he wants to be in the back of the room. Dusty, big Hawk fan, Dusty. He says, keep this energy when they get smoked by Bowling Green.
No. See, what I'm saying is we don't know, much like Indiana in 2024, we don't know any of these people in 2026 for Iowa State.
Travis, much like those guys, there's a huge difference here that we haven't brought up yet, and that is Mark Cuban money. And that among their transfers, they were able to bring in the best of the best. They were able to outbid Iowa for Mendoza, for a Heisman Trophy winner. So that and Iowa State is not in that position, as we well know. The football, they don't have the money sitting around to pile up. Here's another similarity, though. Those kids that came from James Madison, man, they wanted to prove themselves. They wanted to show that they should have been Big Ten players all along. And I think the same is true for these kids that transfer in from Arkansas. Where's the
Arkansas State is Jalen Rayner.
Man, Arkansas State, isn't that where Scottie Pippen went?
No, he went to Central Arkansas.
Oh,
Central. That was an NAIA school.
Good
from Central Arkansas, Scottie Pippen.
He was NAIA.
Yeah, I believe so at the time. I don't know if it's still NAIA, but at the time Scottie Pippen went there, I believe Central Arkansas was an NAIA school.
My sophomore assistant baseball coach named Rob Luther. He's well known as like a head football guy. He might be in the Iowa High School Football Coaching Hall of Fame. He's a high school football coach. He's the principal at Baxter was. I think he's retired. He guarded Scottie Pippen in college, played against him and guarded him.
Really?
Yeah, held Scottie Pippen to like 42.
Wow, that's an accomplishment.
When Scottie Pippen averaged like 44 that year. So he did whatever the line was. Luther held him like 2 points under his season average and was like walking around like Curt Cignetti.
Do you know what Jimmy Rogers sold right there without even in a humble way? He sold hope. Yeah. Meaning, because you got a fan base right now, they're not selling season tickets at the clip they have been. They're giving ticket packages away for dirt cheap. He's selling a little bit of hope, going, "Hey, I believe in this team. You believe in this team, and if everybody believes together, you can manifest stuff." Now, is it going to happen year one? We don't know, right? But Ross, if Iowa State turns around and wins 7-8 wins this year, to me, that's a huge success.
Oh, that would be a great season.
Yes.
I think 7 wins would be a good season. 8 wins would be fantastic because, Travis, I say this all the time, the number one ingredient for success is expectation. And the expectation right now is so low. That's one of the things I'm excited to talk to John about. It's just what's the reasonable expectation for fans this year? What's reasonable for Iowa State fans this year? I don't know these guys. I don't want to be disrespectful, but I don't think it's fair to get out over our skis either. For the head coach, fair to get out over your skis. That's where you're supposed to be. Go, go, go. I so much prefer that confidence and that thing of like, when do we win? Now, as opposed to, listen, this is a very difficult place to win, and I think people understand the challenges that the inherent challenges that come with coaching. We could have heard all that bullshit, right? Maybe he said that stuff also. I don't know. But this is a process. And
I watched the whole 22 minutes. I didn't hear the inherent challenges that they have to deal with. Because it's the hand you're dealt. That's what you got to play. Don't bitch about it. It's the hand you have. And he didn't do that, which I like. Him and Matt Campbell are completely different on camera, right? I mean, nothing wrong with Matt Campbell. Matt Campbell came off as rehearsed. He thought about every single word he said.
Yeah, they both had the very tight brimmed,
Yeah.
tight pulled hat. But yeah, Matt Campbell had the CEO confidence.
Yes. Would Matt Campbell have said that he voted his team to make the Big 12 championship game? I don't know. Probably wouldn't have in year one. I credit Jimmy Rogers for doing that. Bold statement. Will it come back to haunt him? I don't think it haunts him. I think people just go, you know what? That's confidence.
I want to be clear about Matt Campbell as well, because we do pick on him a lot lately for like the cliche stuff, because it was remarkable and it was dripping all the time. We're the most together team. That's our goal, is to be the most together team we could possibly be. What the fuck does that mean? There was always stuff like that. But can you be genuinely corny? Can you be genuinely? I think you can. I think there are people, I think there are human beings that are genuinely cliche-y, genuinely salesman-y. We all know somebody that you're like, God, that guy always feels like he's selling me something. Always? Yeah.
Always be closing.
Always feels like he's, well, then that's just him. That's just his personality.
Again, John Walters, voice of the Iowa State Cyclones, going to join us at 7 o'clock. At 7:30, Brian Duax will be with us from Central City Liquors. We got a great special for you coming up this week. But first, Gary Presnall is a mortgage originator with Choice Community Credit Union in the Des Moines metro market. He can get you pre-approved for your mortgage in 30 minutes, and those pre-approvals can be done after hours and even on the weekends. Gary never stops working for you. Gary's been the state's top mortgage originator the past 8 years, and he specializes in financing first-time home buyers. He's got conventional loans, VA loans, FHA, and Gary specializes in new construction financing. He's been financing homes for the past 25 years, and you can trust him with your largest purchase you're going to make. Best way to contact Gary, call him at 515-975-6767, or you can email him, gary.presnall@choice or comchoicecu.org. It is the Rush Radio Show, powered by Willis Automotive.
Game on, keep your edge with Body Armor Sports Drink. Bold flavors, electrolytes, and hydration that goes the distance. Grab Body Armor before the grind, during the game, and after the win. Body Armor Sports Drink. Hydration that's real and better for you. Pick up Body Armor Sports Drink on your next grocery store run or convenience store trip.
With the Iowa Lottery's new Millionaire for Life game, you could win $1 million a year for life. That could make you a My Dream Job is No Job millionaire. A front row tickets to every show millionaire. A hire a personal glam squad for you and your bestie millionaire.
Yep, a little further.
Or just to never run out of your favorite pickles millionaire. With Millionaire for Life from the Iowa Lottery,
And these.
you can change your life for life. Play today.
Willis Chevrolet's Summer of Savings is on now, and the deals are turning up the heat. You'll find a huge selection of new, used, and Car Bravo certified vehicles, all ready for your next road trip, daily drive, or whatever summer throws your way. Right now, you can take advantage of 0% for 5 years on the dependable Silverado and 0% for 36 months on the versatile Equinox and the affordable Trax. It's the perfect time to get into the Chevy you've been eyeing. Don't wait. Shop Willis Chevrolet's Summer of Savings here in Granger or online at willischevy.com.
Another day in paradise.
You said it, buddy. Wait, hush up, it's him.
With over 20 years of experience, Bats and Bugs Pest Solutions can help.
I don't like the sound of that.
Whether it's birds in your dryer vent, ants in your kitchen, or bats in your attic.
Did you just say bats?
Call us today and see how Bats and Bugs can help prevent your home from becoming their home.
Not good, not good.
Well, it's been nice knowing you. I'm out of here.
Bats and Bugs Pest Solutions. Even the pests know.
So I think what's unique about Urology Center of Iowa is that we are a truly independent, single specialty clinic.
We have a mantra that the patient comes first, the group comes second, and we as individual surgeons come last.
When I meet with a patient for the first time, I want them to feel heard. I never want them to feel like I'm in a rush.
Just watching the change that you can make in a patient's life, it's everything.
Schedule an appointment at iowauro.com.
I like to buy America from hometowns near and far. I'm pursuing happiness, doesn't matter who you are. That's the real thing.
Loving the Rush? Of course you are. Keep listening for more local sports content on The Lunch Rush with Trent Condon from 11 to 1 and Beyond the Bench with Sean Roberts and Lucas Strain from 3 to 5 every day. It's all here on the Rush Radio Network.
Fresh, wild walleyes. This summer, point your compass north to Ballard's Resort on Lake of the Woods. Ballard's Lake of the Woods long-standing family resort offers a pole-in-hand guided fishing experience along with all-inclusive packages that include lodging and meals. Chase 10-pound trophies with the walleye capital of the world's most established fleet. Your adventure for fresh, wild walleyes awaits at Ballard's Resort. Set the hook at ballardsresort.com.
Hi, I'm Tom, owner of Central City Liquors. Our customers love us because we offer a large selection at an affordable price. And to keep costs low for you, we don't splurge on fancy promotions and expensive equipment. This commercial is being shot on a phone taped to a stick. Anyway, we are proud to announce our new rewards program that allows customers to save more the more they buy. So don't spend more to pay for fancy commercials. Save at Central City, where we know what's important. I told you we should have used duct tape.
What's going on, everybody? It's Bobby here at Willis Volvo Cars, and I'm here to tell you that if you haven't looked at a Volvo in a while, you're in for something amazing. We have cars with 455 horsepower, Bowers & Wilkins audio system, 22-inch wheels, and a ride that would blow your mind. And with 1.99% financing up to 72 months, we'll be able to find the vehicle that you are looking for in your budget. Or call, click, or visit us at willisvolvocars.com. Stop on down to the showroom, take a ride. You'll be glad you did.
The Rush, presented by Willis Automotive, returns now with fresh sports takes and at least one unnecessary rant.
Win up to $50,000 from the Iowa Lottery's promotion, Game Show Experience. Enter non-winning The Price is Right scratch tickets into your VIP club account before August 25th for your chance to win cash. Any entries that weren't selected as winners in the first drawing will automatically roll into the Game Show Experience Trip Prize, where a share of $10 million will be up for grabs in game show themed competition with games based on shows like The Price is Right, Family Feud, Press Your Luck. 2 winners from the Iowa Lottery promotion will get flown to L.A. for this prize with so much more included. You can find out more information about this awesome prize at ialottery.com. And if you're not a VIP club member, sign up for free at ialottery.com/VIP. Ross, you ask and you shall receive. All right?
Okay.
You asked me to go get the putter.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
This,
I thought. Look at that.
Look at that.
At that thing.
Look at that. It's a Barron putter. I think that's what it said. Yeah, Barron putter, made in the USA. Original grip on that. Look at the crappiness of that grip.
Hold the grip sideways so we can see it along. Yeah. Oh, yeah. You got to roll it.
If you're listening on the audio stream, just picture in your mind maybe the worst putter you've ever seen. Look at that. They don't even use these at putt-putt courses anymore. You know, everybody's got the big putters that you can scoop up a ball with, line up your putt. Not me. I guess there is a line on there. See, I can see where I can. I don't know if I'm supposed to use that to line up my ball or not.
Yeah, that's the newer model. You can tell by the line on top. I started doing that back in.
Trust me, it's a conversation piece on the course.
It's something.
Now, yesterday,
I told him it looked like Sam Snead's dad. I said, whose name is on that putter? Sam Snead's dad?
Bobby Jones.
Bobby Jones used that putter.
He may have. Thing's going to go in like the Golf Hall of Fame, like still being the oldest putter in use. It'd be interesting. I guarantee I had the oldest putter in use on the course yesterday.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
100%.
Yeah. Did the pros see it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. What did they think?
That's why they didn't give me any tips the entire 18 holes. Like, if this bozo's going to use this club, we can't help him. We can't help him. Now, I did get these yesterday. I got fitted yesterday morning. Look at this. I got new shoes with my initials engraved.
They wanted to see that. They wanted to see the shoes. Those actually look pretty tough.
Yeah.
Show those again. Show the side of those again. Mostly white, gray heel. What's on the back? Oh, it looked like
logo.
It looked like it had a color to it. I thought it was like orange or something like that, but just the way the light was.
I looked these up online yesterday, like $225 for a pair. So that's not bad. Which is good because I didn't want to buy a new pair of golf shoes. And then they gave me an online portal where I could go order $280 worth of clothes. Though 1 quarter zip was like $150. So you only got like 2 things of clothing. But there you go. That's the putter. The infamous putter.
Love it.
Thank you.
I'm so glad you went and got it for us because it can't be described. Words can't put in. I didn't know about the grip. I just knew about the brass head that looks like they maybe used it from the crack of the Liberty Bell.
I mean, that's the original grip. I mean, it's cracking. I've never regripped that thing.
We can tell. How old do you think that putter is?
I think my dad got his clubs in probably 1978, 79.
Oh, really? I was thinking 10, 15 years before that.
Now, I remember his set. He had like this brown leather bag. His wood set, which I wish I would have kept, were actual woods. So, I mean.
The Persimmon?
Yeah, so it was.
BJ's pretty sure he used that at the Whitewater University mini golf. Good, very good chance that happened. I forgot to tell you something that happened on the camping trip that you'll be. I don't know how you'll feel about it, I guess. But Berger just wrote in. He was wondering about your shoes. He said, "Are those Skechers?"
No, they're Trues. There ain't nobody on the Pro Tour wearing Skechers. They make golf shoes, though.
They do.
Yeah.
I left the house on that camping trip a couple weeks ago with the kids and had my flip-flops on and did not bring my hiking shoes. So when we got up to Wisconsin and it was like, oh, shit, we're going to be walking on trails and stuff. I don't want to walk with my flip-flops. I got to run to Goodwill. I ended up with some Skechers.
That a boy.
Not bad. Not as bad. I mean, they feel a lot better than they look. So there you go. There's my endorsement for Skechers.
I have Sketcher flip-flops. I have way more Skechers than probably most human beings should have, but I like them. My feet feel good in them.
Right.
I have Skechers and G-Defies. G-Defies are orthopedic shoes. Make my feet feel fine. My feet feel fine.
They make you run so fast.
No.
I just thought we were doing the new kid.
They alleviate the pressure in my knees and my joints.
I thought
and
we
you
were
know
doing
what?
the
You've
little
got
kid.
a big fucking pillow behind your back right now, so you may want to try some different shoes.
Why you gotta tell people that? Why? Nobody can see it.
You didn't even want me to see it. I'm watching you get ready in the morning. And Ross brings in this pillow that's like 3 feet thick, and you notice he's leaning into the camera, and I'm like, it's because he's alleviating his back pain.
Why you got to do that to me? I was doing really good yesterday. I don't know what happened. I was doing really good yesterday. I put my socks on in the middle of the bathroom without leaning against the wall or nothing. Just stood there and like a big boy. Stood there and put my socks on. I was like, yeah, look at me.
Have you asked Courtney to put your socks on for you yet, or your pants?
No, not yet. I'm okay with that. Again, man. I don't know what
Not yet.
I don't know what I did last night. If I slept wrong, or if yesterday I just sat on the porch for a long time yesterday working on stuff. Maybe I don't know, but it came back yesterday with a vengeance. Thanks for bringing that up, jerk. Let's talk about your stupid putter more.
No, let's not. Let's not. Don't forget, coming up at 7 o'clock, John Walters, voice of the Iowa State Cyclones, is going to be joining us. We'll talk some more Cyclone football as fall camp started yesterday. It's football season. Doesn't feel like it yet, but in a couple weeks, we'll be gearing up to go. And then Brian Duax joining us at 7:30 for this week's Central City Liquors.
I had a quick little football buzz yesterday, dude, because when I pulled up my ESPN on my upcoming events, it was Iowa and Iowa State football. It's like, oh,
nice.
It's a month away.
Nice. Are you ready for football tonight? Because the NFL kicks off tonight.
What?
Yes.
Hall of Fame game?
Hall of Fame game in Canton, Ohio.
What?
Nothing says a Hall of Fame game like Carolina taking on Arizona.
Well, it usually is. Like this game is like a Matters football game?
No, it's a preseason game. Yeah.
I didn't. Jesus. We haven't had the fair yet. Can we relax a little bit?
Life doesn't start till the fair is over, right? Fall. You can start talking about everything once the fair is over. Let us get through the fair. But you know what, Ross? I mean, the NFL is king. We all know the NFL is king. You know how many people are going to be watching this thing tonight? Just because they're jonesing for some football?
NFL.
It just seems earlier and earlier.
Travis, it's August 6th, dude. Last week was July.
That's what we have to get ready for. Will I watch? So I've got a choice tonight. I can watch the WNBA game between the Fever and the Aces, or I can watch the NFL preseason game. That will be interesting. And if they release those numbers, you have the Fever taking on Las Vegas. Las Vegas, one of the best teams in the WNBA. Indiana's like 5th, I believe, in the standings. This is a big game. Asia Wilson playing, Caitlin Clark. A lot on the line tonight. Will a meaningless NFL game outdraw an impactful WNBA game?
Yes.
By a wide margin?
Probably. But I don't know. Which will you be watching? You going to watch Caitlin?
The WNBA game starts at 6, but I'll probably go back and forth, right? I've gotten to the point. I used to watch all the WNBA games. Then after about the, 6th or 7th missed layup, I move on and go, okay, I can't watch this anymore. And then I come back and watch a little bit. I'll watch Caitlin.
Bus thinks that it's the NFL by a lot. So
I don't disagree with
that. I would watch. I probably will be doing, I don't know, hopefully I'll be fishing or something like that. But I'd probably watch the WNBA over the, and I don't care about the preseason NFL.
Especially the Hall of Fame game. Now, because it's the first one, you might see a starter for a series, maybe. But we're to the point now where you can't afford to have injuries at all, and you don't want to lose anybody in like the first series of the Hall of Fame game.
Outdraw, though, just because it's football. And, man, there is something about it. It could be June. You go to a restaurant, and there's 9 TVs, and there's a football game on, and your brain's like, why is Ohio State playing?
Yeah, the Big Ten Network's not stupid. They're like, okay, we could run anything random during the summer. Let's just play football because people will watch the football game.
And watch it.
And you know how it's going to end, and you still watch it again.
Oh, this game's from 2016. I bet this is a good one.
Oh, I forget that play. Football 24/7. So get ready for. I would like to visit Canton, Ohio. I don't know if I'd like to go to the game, but just to see. You see that stadium and see the Hall of Fame. And the big thing will happen this weekend with the Hall of Fame inductions. Sophie Cunningham does, what are you laughing at? What you've got that shit-ass grin on your face.
The chat has turned it into, I'd rather watch blank than. I'd rather watch the NFL practice squad managers.
There's a lot of people that feel that way.
Donnie, who apparently is a hardcore Republican or conservative, said, I'd rather watch Rob Sand pizza reviews than the WNBA. I did see, speaking real quick of pizza reviews, our buddy Joe Hayho did something the other day. I'm not a huge fan of Casey's Pizza.
I saw it when he slammed the box down.
Apparently, you're supposed to take a Casey's Pizza because the thing is an absolute grease pit. and you turn it and you like slam it on the top, like upside down, like what you would think would ruin a pizza.
I saw him do this.
And then you open it up, and a lot of the grease has then just basically transferred onto that cardboard lid. I mean, see, it's not for me. When you have to take a pizza and a napkin and dab the grease off the pizza, I don't.
That's why I won't eat pepperoni pizza anymore. Because if you grab a piece of pepperoni pizza in a gas station, that pepperoni's just oozing of the oils and grease. Yeah. So I go with kind of a dried up sausage. Matter of fact, I was in Bolivar, Missouri the other day, and I'm like, I'm hungry. And I was at Casey's, and I'm looking at the pizza, and I could just see all the grease on the pepperoni, so I went with the sausage instead.
I have to be so hungry to get food except for Quick Star. Food from a Casey's and then my friends were like, you know what's really good is the new wings. Casey's has wings. I tried those. They were actually pretty good.
Yeah, once you find something you like at a gas station, you kind of sit there and stick with it. You're like, okay, I can depend on this.
Didn't mean
one
to
place
you there, sorry.
No, one place Ross will not be getting food is Get and Go. Matter of fact, I don't think you'll even be, going to the bathroom at Get and Go because they got porta potties out in front instead of using the main bathroom.
I care about my safety.
Part of that Fever game tonight, Sophie Cunningham says she wants to just return to basketball now. We need to dial it down. And I would expect, because they're back in Indiana, there won't be as many distractions as when they were in Seattle or Minnesota, because it's those, when you're on the road, people say, okay, we're going to activate against you or support you. I think being back at Indiana tonight, Ross, and I think for the next couple of games, should quiet that dialogue now. The WNBA, I don't know how you do it without offending one side or the other, needs to get this under control and dial it back, or you're going to polarize any potential fans and you won't grow. Don't get in your own way. And the WNBA, time and time again, just gets in its own way.
What do you think they could do, Trev? What do you think they could have done to get in front of it or have handled this better? I have the one thing they maybe had control over or could have had influence. The coach that wore the T-shirt under her blazer, that kind of helped. That was kindling on the fire.
You know where that doesn't happen? The National Football League. The National Football League.
Yeah. That's one of the things the WNBA could have done, was said, hey, don't add to this. Don't add to this. Because Travis, asking it to go away, that doesn't work.
No.
You know what's going to make it go away? This is so sad. You know what makes it go away? Here's the question. Who was the last lightning rod in the WNBA for this?
For this topic?
For this issue.
Boy, I don't even know.
I don't know either. Point being, the only thing that's going to make people forget about Sophie Cunningham is the next one. And in 5 years, we'll be like, what was that gal's name that everybody was, what were they? We'll remember Sophie Cunningham in Iowa. We'll remember her as being Caitlin Clark's teammate and that were the pretty girl that would fight for Caitlin. You don't get to ask this to go away. You just got to wait for it to go away. And I think you're right that her being at home, it might water it down a little bit. That's nice.
I guess I like the NFL rules where they say, hey, no political messages, no religious messages. When you had the players last year come out and say, basically, pay us more. Okay, you don't see the baseball union do that. You can talk outside of what your collective bargaining is. The NFL doesn't get to do that. If you're going to wear a T-shirt that says, trans kids belong, you're sparking. You got to decide if you want to be a legitimate sports league or if you want to be a social justice
one
league.
Of the things I think that the WNBA could have done that would have maybe helped tamp this down a little bit. Having a coach sit there and look like she's lecturing a player because she doesn't agree with her opinions, and wearing a T-shirt that is in direct response to an answer she gave to a question that you disagreed with. You're adding fuel to the fire.
And we're to the point now, if you answer the question, you're going to get burned for it. If you don't answer the question, like Caitlin Clark hasn't,
get burned for it.
You get burned for it too.
Yeah. Stand up for something. What you mean to say is repeat your opinions. That's what you really want. Because Taylor Swift shares her opinions, but you don't like those opinions, so then you tell her to shut up. Sophie Cunningham shares her opinions, but you don't like those opinions, so then you tell her to shut up. Caitlin Clark, share your opinions so we can tell you how awful you are, so that a quarter of this country can decide that you're part of the enemy.
We want you to speak up so we can tell you to shut up.
Exactly right. So that way we can categorize you and decide whether we hate you or you're a good person based on your opinions. I don't.
And that's why the NFL in a preseason game in Canton, Ohio, that means absolutely nothing, will probably 2-1, 3-1 outview the WNBA game.
Remember when Kirk Ferentz had the deal with the social media ban for his players?
Yeah.
Brilliant.
No kidding. Stay off the socials.
Hey, we're in charge of this one little thing here. Let's make sure that we don't amplify all the other stuff.
You know, JR's South Fork Ranch is not just a food stop, it's a full-on fair stop. If you're headed to the Iowa State Fair, make JR's part of your plan. Come hungry, get the bacon, pickle, mac and cheese, JR's famous lobster roll, or one of the most talked about new items at the fair, caviar nuggets, premium caviar, creme fraiche, and crispy chicken nuggets. Then grab a cold beer or a specialty drink like the Pink Pony Cooler, meet up with your crew, and stay for the fun. JR's has a full fair lineup covered, food, drinks, live music, live late-night DJs, and the only at the fair kind of energy. Whether you're there for lunch, dinner, or a drink reset, somewhere just to hang out, it's JR's South Fork Ranch, and Ross and I are going to be live from JR's next Friday. So is Beyond the Bench with Sean and Lucas. It's the must-fair stop, and you can go see Eli.
The must stop at the fair.
Yeah.
The must-fair stop.
Did I read it wrong? I probably did.
Okay.
I'm
So,
dyslexic. I'm dyslexic.
Eli had the caviar on the chicken nuggets as part of their orientation the other day. You have to see his face. I'll get him up here at the end of the show and say, hey, what was the caviar like? Dude, he goes, it was amazing.
John Walters, voice of the Iowa State Cyclones, joins us next on the Rush Radio Show, powered by Willis Automotive.
The Rush Radio is now on the free TuneIn app, allowing you to enjoy the show on Apple products and Android Auto. Download the free TuneIn app and search The Rush Radio to take Travis and Ross wherever you go.
With the Iowa Lottery's new Millionaire for Life game, you could win $1 million a year for life. That could make you a My Dream Job is No Job millionaire. A front row tickets to every show millionaire. A hire a personal glam squad for you and your bestie millionaire.
Yep, a little further.
Or just to never run out of your favorite pickles millionaire. With Millionaire for Life from the Iowa Lottery,
And these.
you can change your life for life. Play today.
At Iowa Floor Covering, we believe great floors start with great service. Whether you're looking for a plush carpet, durable LVP, timeless hardwood, stylish laminate, or beautiful tile, including custom tile showers, we'll help you find the perfect fit. No pressure, no pushy sales tactics, just honest guidance from a team that listens. DIY Weekend Warrior, we've got the products and advice to set you up for success. Iowa Floor Covering, floors you'll love from people you can trust.
There are a lot of reasons to want a self-driving mower from Iowa Mobotics.
Being automated gives me more time to do my hobbies.
I travel so much for work that I don't have time to take care of the lawn, but I still care about how it looks.
And I'm just lazy. Gives me time to work in the wood shop instead of spending it on the mower.
It works in my schedule.
And I just really hate doing it.
No matter your reason, with Iowa Mobotics, spend less time mowing, more time living.
Hey everybody, Mason Miller, sales manager out here at Willis Infinity, and this month we have some exciting new offers going on. Right now you can get an all-new 2027 QX60 with rates as low as 2.9% plus $1,000 in special finance cash, or lease it with $1,000 in lease cash. Also, we're running low on 2026 QX80s. Get one now for 0% for 60 months. For more information on these exciting offers and more, visit us online at willisinfinity.com or stop by our showroom.
You love the Hawkeyes. You love hot takes. Combine them after every game this season with the Black and Gold Rush on the Rush Radio Network.
The best bread is made from scratch, freshly baked with locally sourced ingredients and love. At Big Sky Bread, we take great pride in our delicious products. We know you'll enjoy them almost as much as we enjoy baking them. Try our newly rebranded granola. Specially handmade, our amazing granola makes for a delightful treat. You can order online, purchase at local grocery retailers, or find us at the downtown Des Moines Farmers Market every Saturday. We look forward to serving you.
For people who like to save money.
Do you or a loved one suffer from chronic overspending, getting less but paying more? Then you may have a case of big HVAC. Now is the time to try Priority One. We set our own prices, which means you pay for what you need, not for anything else. And if you need a heating service or a new furnace, now is the time to try Priority One.
Side effects of Priority One include increased happiness, extra peace of mind, and bonus cash for whatever you want. Please use responsibly.
Every business has priorities, and Priority One Heating and Cooling is no different. As a service provider, we prioritize quality air conditioners and furnaces that will keep your home at your comfort level year-round. As a small business, we prioritize doing things the right way and treating people fairly. As a truly local business, we prioritize our community. As a veteran-owned business, we prioritize duty and commitment. For big business service with local value, trust your home to the place where you are always Priority One.
Hi, it's Noel. At Fiscus Jewelers, we're honored by the fact that our customers continue to come back on purpose, and that trust means everything to us. For years, we've been privileged to be a part of life's most meaningful moments, and we never take that responsibility lightly. We proudly offer the largest inventory in Ankeny, cutting-edge custom designs, including free CAD drawings, and a team that takes the time to get it right. Thank you for choosing us year after year. Fiscus Jewelers, your jeweler for life.
Keep your edge with Body Armor Sports Drink. Bold flavors, electrolytes, and hydration that goes the distance. Grab Body Armor before the grind, during the game, and after the win. Body Armor Sports Drink. Hydration that's real and better for you. Pick up Body Armor Sports Drink on your next grocery store run or convenience store trip.
The Rush, presented by Willis Automotive, is back because apparently Travis and Ross have even more to say.
You're on mute, buddy.
Sorry. Thank you. Forgot that button. Damn button. It is hour number 2 of the Rush Radio Show, powered by Willis Automotive and Willis Chevrolet of Granger Collision Center. Immediate availability for collision repairs on most makes and models. They work with most insurance providers to make the process super easy and recently earned the iCar Gold Class certification. If you're listening on the audio stream at TheRushRadio.com, the Rush Radio Android app, or the TuneIn app, thank you so much. Watching on YouTube, hit that subscribe button. Give this video a like. Leave your comments in the comments section. You can call the show at 515-517-2303 and follow us on social media. We started the first hour of the show talking about Iowa State and Coach Jimmy Rogers talking about, why he picked the Cyclones to be in the Big 12 championship game. We like the bold statement, but we don't know a lot about this year's Iowa State football team. Nobody does. Maybe somebody who
we know a lot about space.
Yeah, that's true. Somebody who does.
Yeah, somebody maybe answer some questions for us.
The myth, the legend, the one, the only voice of the Cyclones, John Walters. What's going on, buddy?
Once again, you got the myth part right, but that's about it. But no, I'm like Sergeant Schultz. I know nothing.
I was going to say, do you know the answers to these questions?
Nobody does. Nobody does. But
hey, at least you're not like the Boston College play-by-play guy who got fired by coach comes in and says, "I want everybody gone." How does that happen, by the way?
I don't know, but what a horrible PR move for Luke Murray to get his reign started as a head coach. I mean, that really looks bad. And I don't know. I don't know anything about those guys.
Yeah, and it is he said right now, because Boston College did come out and say, no, that's not what we told them while they were fired. And there were other reasons. So there's a little bit of other stuff there, but I'm with you. What a horrible PR nightmare for Luke. Yeah,
it just looks bad no matter what. Yeah. And yeah. What a good start to the campaign here. Here we go.
So, hey, do tell us. We haven't had a chance to chat with Coach Rogers at all. Most of our listeners haven't really seen or heard a lot from him. Give us just your impressions of these first couple of. How much time have you been around him?
Yeah, quite a bit. With the tailgate tour and stuff, and I really like them. I like the whole staff. They're great to work with. They're awesome people. reminds me so much of Matt Campbell's staff when they first got to Iowa State, and they were young and just had that chip on their shoulder and really ready to go prove something. A lot of doubters on the outside, but on the inside, they're like, hey, we can do this. We've done this before. We know what we're doing. Jimmy, his first year at South Dakota State, went 15-0 and won a national championship. So that's all I'm asking him to do in his first year as the head coach at Iowa State is the exact same thing. We'll be perfectly happy if that happens. So, yeah, no, I like him. He's got a fun personality. It's interesting because it takes a little while to draw that personality out, but once you really see it. And I love the directness with which he answers questions. You are going to get an answer, and it's going to be a good answer. He's going to tell you exactly how he feels, which I love. And no, it's fun to be around him. And like I said, the whole staff is great. I mean, the energy of these two coordinators, Jesse Bobbitt and Tyler Roll, is off the charts. Ross Watson, one of the defensive coaches, is an electric personality. Really all of them are. John Johnson, really enjoyed him. The running backs coach, enjoyed visiting with him. So, I mean, there's a lot of real enthusiasm and energy that these guys bring every single day. And I think it's really rubbing off on everybody around the program. And people are starting to get excited about it because, if he kind of came in and was walking on eggshells and said, well, we'll be happy if we can win 2 games, I'm not sure many people would be excited. And, he believes it. It's not like he's, throwing it out there for some political purpose. He's throwing it out there because he believes that his teams are going to be good. They always have been, and he doesn't feel any differently about this team. He feels like they can go out there and do some positive things.
John, before you were the voice of the Cyclones, you wore a different hat, much like me, and you're on that journalism side. And I said this to start the show. I said, if he would have said what he said yesterday in like 2000 or 2021, we all would have been, you're off your rocker. But then you start going to 2024 and you look at what Cignetti said and it's not the same situation because Cignetti only brought in like 46. But then you're like, I'm not going to doubt anybody. I mean, it's that change of mindset. Like, you can say somebody's crazy, but then you're like, well, it just happened, so why couldn't it happen again? I mean, my opinion probably would have been different on his comments if this was 4 or 5 years ago.
Absolutely. It's much was much more difficult to turn a college football program quickly 10 years ago than it is today because of immediate eligibility of transfers. That's completely changed the dynamic. And the Big 12 landscape has changed. The college football landscape has changed. There's so many things that are different now than what they were 10 years ago. So, we used to say in basketball, you could turn it pretty quickly because if you get 1 or 2 really good players, okay, you're kind of set. Well, in football, it seems so much harder, and yeah, Iowa State has 82 new players. So let's not get too crazy here. I mean, there's a lot of element of unknown, right? We're going to have to wait and see. But also, because these guys can come in and play right away, and these coaches did have some time, and Coach Rogers talked about that yesterday about how at Washington State, he was really behind the 8 ball because he got the job later in the calendar, and he really had to turn that thing quickly, and he hadn't done it before. This time at Iowa State, he's done it before. He got the job within about 3 seconds of Matt Campbell leaving for Penn State, right? So he had some runway in front of him to kind of try to figure this thing out, and he was able to, he feels, get some very good players. And so I guess we're going to find out, but I agree with you, Trav. I mean, it's possible to do it today. It seemed almost impossible to do that 10 years ago. Look at Arizona State 2 years ago. They brought in a bunch of transfers. They were picked last in the Big 12. They won the championship. And, the one thing that one of my favorite coaching quotes, probably my all-time favorite coaching quote, and I won't use the exact term that Bobby Lutz used, the assistant for Fred Hoiberg at the time. He says, well, never underestimate how blanked up the other guy is. Okay. Because you always know what your own problems are. You know what, you're dealing with and what's going on behind the scenes and what people are trying to deal. Everybody's going through stuff. Right. And so, I think West Virginia has 50 new players. I mean, is it that different than having 82 new players? And so, I just think it's up in the air for a lot of teams. And so it gives you some hope that in a wide open Big 12 where you've had more 1 possession games than any other league through the years, there'll probably be a lot of those again this year. And if you can win your share of those, you can have a really fun season.
That's one of the things that I think makes it not a crazy statement. The Big 12 just doesn't have that depth in that league right now. This is a league with he can compete in, and I'm not. It's not a knock on the Big 12. I just mean that as a way of I don't see any of these teams, besides a few in that league, that are really outstanding talent.
Yeah, I just feel like there's a lot of good teams in the Big 12, and it is better football than people probably give it credit for. But at the same time, there's not that one just absolutely dominant team. People might claim, well, yeah, look at the all Big 12 team. Texas Tech is that team. Well, okay, it's a 1-year sample size of what they've been able to do. You can put together a roster with a lot of guys and pay a lot of money in NIL, but chemistry is such a big part of the sport to me. And I'm not saying Texas Tech will have bad chemistry, but we don't know. And year to year, every team's different. Every collection of guys is different. And so will that chemistry be as good as it was a year ago for those guys? I don't know. So let's just wait and see. I mean, it's going to be a fun race. Like I said, there's always been more one possession games in the Big 12 conference than any other conference in the last 4 or 5 years. And I think that'll be the case again this year. And so it's like these games are going to be close. It's a fun league to watch because usually the games are very competitive. You're flipping through the channels on a Saturday. You come across a Big 12 game. It's, oh, wow, that one's tight. I'm going to watch that one to the finish. And a lot of these finishes, it comes down to, do you have a good kicker? I know Iowa State has that.
John, what's it been like in the athletic department since Jamie announced his retirement, right? Because there's got to be this, what the hell is going to happen? And how do you keep, and we've complimented Jamie on this, and he's been on the show several times. The culture that he's developed over the last 20-some years has been phenomenal and able to sell that vision. Now it's like, okay, and we've all moved on from a job, and when you give a notice, you're like, one foot's already out the door. Are you focused in on it? What's it like in the athletic department right now, from your area to other areas?
Yeah, I haven't asked around what a lot of people are thinking, but I get the sense that there's a confidence that we'll be in a good position because we have a very good new president in David Cook. We feel good about that. Jamie Pollard is leaving Iowa State in a much better place than he found it. When you think about what the facilities looked like 22 years ago, when you think about what some of the programs looked like 22 years ago, it is night and day different. And he's elevated everything to the point where now you're expecting 61,000 fans at a football game. You're expecting to have success in football. You're expecting to have success in a lot of different sports that weren't having a ton of success before Jamie got there. So he finds, whoever comes in finds it in a much better place than Jamie found it when he came in. And so I just feel like, hey, grab the torch and go, there's a lot of great things in place, a lot of great people in place. There's probably always could be a little anxiety because you do get in a comfort zone when you know who your leader is and what the expectations are. And, you're comfortable doing your job because he knows he trusts in you. And so it makes it a little bit simpler when you have the same guy for 22 years, right? Not many college athletics programs have that luxury. I mean, how many ADs has Nebraska had in the last 10, 12 years.
Listen, I can tell you, and John, because you know where I'm at, right? I mean, everybody blamed the coaches. I said the biggest problem with Nebraska since 2004 hasn't been the coaches. Not that they were all great. It was the lack of consistent leadership from the athletic director spot where they failed. They failed with Peterson. They got it right with Osborne, but he was a temp. Sean Eichhurst was a disaster. Trev Alberts was moving the wrong direction. I think Troy Dannon is a good pick. Now, I don't know how long Troy stays. Troy likes to jump jobs. He's a job jumper.
Yeah.
But this is about as high as you can go now, right? So, but it takes leadership. Look at Iowa with Bowlesby. I have my problems with Barta, but he was there and consistent. And I think Beth Getz will be there. You need, in Iowa State and Jamie, you need consistent leadership over a long period of time to run an athletic department.
No, I think that's a really valuable part of it. I do. And it creates a level of people knowing what the expectations are, people understanding the leadership model. I think those are really important things for a successful organization. And it's been a very successful organization over the last 22 years, especially when you look at its history and and how far it's come. So I'm super excited about, I'm excited for Jamie. I'm excited for him that he is doing this at the stage of his life where he wanted to do it. Good for him. He's earned it, man. He has earned it. And I'm excited for whoever comes on because they're coming into a good situation, and they've got a president in place. And that's always a great thing when, a lot of times that is the timing isn't right where you're hiring an AD before you hire a president, and then it's like, well, does the new president like the AD that he just inherited? With David Cook here and locked in, and he's going to be here for quite some time. He was born in Mary Greeley Hospital, so I'm guessing this is pretty much his dream job, and you're hoping that he'll be here quite some time. And he loves athletics, and so I think he really respects what Jamie's done, and now it's time to build on that with somebody new. And so I'm excited about all aspects of it, but especially excited for Jamie, just that he's getting exactly what he deserves after putting his heart and soul into this thing for so long.
All right, John, we know what Coach Rogers' expectations are for the season. I'd like to ask you what your expectations are, but I think you kind of explained you're in the same boat we are of let's see. What do you think is fair for fans' expectations for this Cyclone football season?
I think the biggest thing is going to be come to game one out of the curiosity of what the heck are they going to look like? To me, there's never been an opening game that has got more curiosity to it than this one, right? 82 new players. What's the offense going to look like? What's the defense going to look like? How aggressive are they going to be? Are they going to get 3 or 4 sacks a game? Things that they haven't really done much in the past. And not criticizing, because John Haycock's system was a great system especially for the landscape of the Big 12 when he took it over. It was like a pass-happy pinball league, and you had to figure out a way to slow that down, and he did. To his credit, did a tremendous job. But I think it'll be fun to watch this different style of defense with the 4-man front and see if Iowa State can get off after the quarterback a little bit, be a little bit more high risk, high reward, probably give up some big plays, but make a lot of big plays. And I just, I've got an open mind about it. I want to go in, see what happens in game one. And from a fan perspective, I hope they'll come, be entertained in game one, say, I want to come back for game two, and then just keep coming back. Because I think the one thing I do know, at least in my opinion, from this point being around these guys, is this is an excellent coaching staff. And over time, they're going to have a ton of success at Iowa State. They believe that, as you've heard. And I think they have reason to believe it based on their track record. And so, let's go enjoy it, have fun with it, deal with the season where outside nobody's expecting anything, and maybe inside you're expecting a lot more, and go prove people wrong. Those are the fun kind of seasons to have. And from there, just keep building it. But hopefully people are entertained and they'll just keep coming back.
I like it. Remember Clubber Lang's prediction was pain. John Walters, what's the prediction for the season? Fun.
I pity the fool that doesn't want to have fun.
Guy, you've quoted Mr. T and Sergeant Schultz today. That's impressive.
Fire.
That's
what time is it? Yeah.
90% of our audience has no idea who Sergeant Schultz is,
or Mr. T.
Or Mr. T.
Yeah. No, you're right, Trev.
I don't know if you saw, we had Jamie on for an hour about a month ago, right? We did hours with all the ADs. I'm going to ask you the same question I asked him. And his answer kind of surprised me. I asked him, I go, you've seen people come and go, head coaches come and go, people you've had to fire. You developed relationships with people who are not there anymore. I asked Jamie, I go, of all the former coaches, who do you stay in contact with the most? And he surprised us when he said Paul Rhodes. Mm-hmm. So of the former coaches that you've worked with, and I'm talking head coaches now, who do you stay in contact with the most? Because you develop relationships over traveling to every single game. Who do you stay in contact with the most of the former head coaches?
Paul Rhodes for me too. Greg McDermott, Fred Hoiberg, really Dan McCarney for sure. Probably more than any of them. But yeah, all those guys are good friends that you stay in touch with, and you want them to have success. I want Matt Campbell to have success. I do. I love what Matt Campbell did for Iowa State. It was a beautiful 10-year run. It was an incredible 10-year run that most people thought, well, after they had success year 2, year 3, it'll be a 3 or 4 year run, right? He stayed 10 years. I have no bitterness toward him. I have no bitterness towards the players that left. I go nuts when I see people criticizing Rocco Becht. Rocco would be right here as the quarterback at Iowa State if his coach didn't leave. He loved Iowa State. He didn't do anything wrong. He followed his coach, which a lot of guys would do. And, he gave back to the community. He went to Perry and did a free football camp for kids. He bought free Xboxes for all the kids at the hospital. I mean, he was a huge-hearted guy and he graduated from Iowa State. How can you have any bitterness toward this guy? I don't get that at all. If you're mad at him, you better be mad at Jalen Rayner for leaving Arkansas State then. Otherwise, it's disingenuous. It's just, it's stupid. But anyway, look, I wish those guys success. It doesn't mean that I'm sitting there watching every press conference of Penn State right now. I'm not. I'm focused on Iowa State. I love the new staff. I can't wait to see what they can do. But I want those guys to do well. They're great people that gave a lot to the university, and I have no ill feelings for any of them at all.
All right, before we let you out of here, I got to ask you, what's your assessment of my putter?
Same one you had back in the day there, Trev, right off the putt golf course. Yeah.
John, you got to see this grip. Show the grip the long way, and rotate that bad boy so he can see how. Look at that, John.
A lot of wear on those tires, man.
Oh, buddy.
Yeah. Trev, I'm just glad to see nothing's changed. And I know I've told the story before on here, but my favorite round of golf ever was when we took one of Travis's clubs every hole until about 8 holes into the round, and he's down to like a putter, a driver, and like a 5-iron. And he looks at his bag and goes, "Hey, what's going on here?" So I left some clubs on the green or something. No, Trav, we've been taking them and putting them in our bag. Here they are.
Didn't even
we just wanted to see how long it would be before you noticed. But with that putter, why would you need anything else?
Exactly. I think we were playing Jester Park at that time. That's back when I was really bad at golf. I mean, I'm bad now, but I was really bad.
I can relate. Yeah.
John, do you get a chance to get out often? Do you golf much?
4 or 5 times a summer.
Okay.
I'm going to go to Carroll tomorrow and play in Nick Nurse's deal.
Oh,
up
nice.
There.
Yeah.
Yep. That is it. That was a dumb move to even play in that one because camp's going on. Once that one's over, the clubs are getting retired for the rest of the summer. But I do enjoy playing. I'm not very good, but I still enjoy playing.
Good. Well, have a good time at Carroll. Tell all the guys who said hi. Maybe LeBron will be there. Get an autograph.
Hey, Dr. J was last year.
That's true.
If I end up in LeBron's foursome, I'll have a golf story. Sure.
If that happens, FaceTime us.
Okay.
So you should go over tonight because I think Lubber's band is playing tonight.
Oh, I would love to. We got family stuff going on. Yeah, trust me. I would love to go because Nick knows how to put on a good show.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot, John.
Always
Thanks,
appreciate
buddy.
time with you, sir.
See you guys.
Appreciate it.
Have a fun year. Yep. Talk to you soon.
John Walters joining us on the Rush Radio Show, powered by Willis Automotive.
That's the right answer. What should expectations be? That's the right answer. Come out and have fun.
Yes.
And this team might be really good.
I mean, I like what he said beforehand. Like, none of us know these guys, right? We did find out yesterday. Alec Bussey reported that Jamie Pollard said Iowa State's not going to have a sponsored jersey patch this year. Doesn't surprise me because the Big 12 has devalued the jersey patch for every Big 12 school. Devalued it. Well, if you're going to have Monster Energy on there, you can't put another logo on there and expect to get the same kind of money. You just can't. They were probably out asking for this. As soon as Monster went on there, you cut the value in half, if not more than that.
That's what he meant. That's okay. That's good reading between the lines on what Jamie said. Because Jamie said we had partners, we had interested partners. It's not going to work out now.
So, I mean, when you throw in the field logo and the court logo and the jersey logo, out of $1 million, the worth of it is probably not even $250,000.
Trav, before we go to break and chat with
Brian Duax,
can I catch people up to the date on Brian? Is it okay?
Yeah. So was it Monday? I think it was Monday. I read this, or was it last week? Brian down in Florida wrote and just said how much the show meant to him because he's going through a cancer battle, and he got a hold of you yesterday.
He sent me a message on Sunday. It was last week that we mentioned it, and he just and Brian and I went back through, man, and Boy, Brian's been through the ringer, man. First time he reached out to me was in 2016 when his son had passed away. And he was reaching out to say, hey, you should let people know about organ donation. Like doing organ donation can really help a lot of people. And Chris and I talked about that at that time for him. He reached out to me then on Sunday and said, hey, really appreciated that you read his email. Let me know about kind of some of the symptoms. Said, guys, get to the doctor. I thought I had just regular IBS for a long time. I just thought I had irritable bowels until it got way too late for me. And so he said he was going in Wednesday for a treatment and he would find out. He wrote to me yesterday and he said, currently at oncology appointment. It is confirmed stage 4 without treatment. I'll have 2 to 3 months until I pass. With treatment, 10 to 12 months. So I just wrote, I was sorry to hear that. And I'd be praying for him and asked what we could do. And he said, just update the Rush community. They seem to be invested. I appreciate you, Travis, and the community. Plus, I've got a good set of friends and family that are keeping a check on me. I'll get a port surgically implanted in my chest for the chemo treatments. So I wanted to let everybody know that that's the update on our friend Brian from last week. Yep. And that should be a reminder that you should go see a doctor. And the right doctors to see are at Urology Center of Iowa. If you're not feeling right, don't ignore it. Treat it, but treat it your way. Urology Center of Iowa has a dedicated men's health wellness center designed to restore your confidence and your comfort and put you back in control. Because at UCI, you get personalized treatment based on you and nobody else. You deserve a clear plan, a private, tailored experience, and judgment-free care. That's UCI. Schedule an appointment with UCI today at IowaURO.com. Brian Duax from Central City Liquors joins us next on the Rush Radio Show, powered by Willis Automotive.
Game on, keep your edge with Body Armor Sports Drink. Bold flavors, electrolytes, and hydration that goes the distance. Grab Body Armor before the grind, during the game, and after the win. Body Armor Sports Drink. Hydration that's real and better for you. Pick up Body Armor Sports Drink on your next grocery store run or convenience store trip.
With the Iowa Lottery's new Millionaire for Life game, you could win $1 million a year for life. That could make you a My Dream Job is No Job millionaire. Front row tickets to every show millionaire. Hire a personal glam squad for you and your bestie millionaire.
Yep, a little further.
Or just to never run out of your favorite pickles millionaire. With Millionaire for Life from the Iowa Lottery,
And these.
you can change your life for life. Play today.
Willis Chevrolet's Summer of Savings is on now, and the deals are turning up the heat. You'll find a huge selection of new, used, and Car Bravo certified vehicles, all ready for your next road trip, daily drive, or whatever summer throws your way. Right now, you can take advantage of 0% for 5 years on the dependable Silverado and 0% for 36 months on the versatile Equinox and the affordable Trax. It's the perfect time to get into the Chevy you've been eyeing. Don't wait. Shop Willis Chevrolet's Summer of Savings here in Granger or online at willischevy.com.
So I think what's unique about Urology Center of Iowa is that we are a truly independent, single specialty clinic.
We have a mantra that the patient comes first, the group comes second, and we as individual surgeons come last.
When I meet with a patient for the first time, I want them to feel heard. I never want them to feel like I'm in a rush.
Just watching the change that you can make in a patient's life, it's everything.
Schedule an appointment at IowaURO.com.
I like to buy America from hometowns near and far. All pursuing happiness doesn't matter who you are. That's the real thing.
Loving the Rush? Of course you are. Keep listening for more local sports content on The Lunch Rush with Trent Condon from 11 to 1 and Beyond the Bench with Sean Roberts and Lucas Strain from 3 to 5 every day. It's all here on the Rush Radio Network.
Fresh, wild walleyes. This summer, point your compass north to Ballard's Resort on Lake of the Woods. Ballard's Lake of the Woods long-standing family resort offers a pole-in-hand guided fishing experience along with all-inclusive packages that include lodging and meals. Chase 10-pound trophies with the walleye capital of the world's most established fleet. Your adventure for fresh, wild walleyes awaits at Ballard's Resort. Set the hook at ballardsresort.com.
Hi, I'm Tom, owner of Central City Liquors. Our customers love us because we offer a large selection at an affordable price. And to keep costs low for you, we don't splurge on fancy promotions and expensive equipment. This commercial is being shot on a phone taped to a stick. Anyway, we are proud to announce our new rewards program that allows customers to save more the more they buy. Whoop. So don't spend more to pay for fancy commercials. Save at Central City, where we know what's important. I told you we should have used duct tape.
What's going on, everybody? It's Bobby here at Willis Volvo Cars, and I'm here to tell you that if you haven't looked at a Volvo in a while, you're in for something amazing. We have cars with 455 horsepower, Bowers & Wilkins audio system, 22-inch wheels, and a ride that would blow your mind. And with 1.99% financing up to 72 months, we'll be able to find the vehicle that you're looking for in your budget. Or call, click, or visit us at willisvolvocars.com. Stop on down to the showroom, take a ride. You'll be glad you did.
The Rush, presented by Willis Automotive, returns now with fresh sports takes and at least one unnecessary rant.
You know, Atlantic Coca-Cola Bottling Company is more than just Coca-Cola and stuff. They've got the Body Armor Light. There's a lot of body armors. Like Body Armor Fit. If you're looking for something different from your typical sports drink, check out Body Armor Fit. It's the brand's first ever sparkling sports drink, combining refreshing bubbles, electrolytes, and great tasting fruit flavors in one crisp can. Whether you are coming from the gym, heading out for a walk, or just want a lighter way to hydrate, Body Armor Fit is redefining what a sports drink can be. They've got a lot of the Atlantic Coca-Cola bottling drinks at Central City Liquors, and they've got a lot of liquor at Central City Liquors. And joining us for his Thursday conversation. Oh, I hear bottles. You hear those bottles clanking around, Ross?
You didn't know. Brian actually helped us out yesterday because we were talking about Topgolf got brought up. Yep. And I just read this thing or watched this deal the other day about how Topgolf is dying. Now that was on it was on a nationwide brand and kind of where they were as a peak and where, looking at business trends type of thing. But I mentioned it and I got a text from Brian. He's like, they're killing it on the liquor sales.
They are. And here's my thought on Topgolf. One, the rent's got to be absurd, right?
Can't even imagine.
Two, when they first opened, they signed some form of deal with Callaway that everything in there golf-wise had to be Callaway. I think them claiming they're not doing well is to get out of that deal. That's my guess.
Oh, look at this. Okay. All right.
Conspiracy theory, Brian.
Again,
I like that.
You drive out to the one in West Glen, and it is packed all the time. Even in the winter, it's freaking packed. Every time we go out of town for soccer, what do you do when you have time to kill? You just go find a Topgolf, and the parents can drink and hit some golf balls, and the kids have a blast. And they're always packed.
Okay. I like that. I like conspiracy theories. That's cool.
There's your rabbit hole.
I like
that one, Roscoe.
I'm kind of with you, Brian. And again, Des Moines and Omaha are two small sample test markets, but every time I drive by ours here, I'm like, who's there at 1 o'clock in the afternoon? I mean, there's cars there, but for corporate outings and a whole bunch of stuff, that takes place. So do you
I've been out there a bunch of times for corporate stuff like that, fundraisers and things like that.
Do you sell them their liquor, or are they your? Okay.
Yes, I do. We've been there. They're one and only since the beginning of when they opened here, and I think we take pretty good care of them. So, knock on wood, they stick around a lot longer and they don't fold.
Yeah. Okay. How many bars and restaurants that you've serviced have you seen close?
Oh boy!
And is it over time? And is it getting worse?
No, I don't think so.
Good. Okay.
I think things are getting harder. But here's a funny story for you. This is a good one. So about 6 years ago, I got audited by the ABD and the Department of Revenue at the same time.
Ooh.
So the ex-chair of the ABD, Steve Larson, was at the Department of Revenue. Hated my guts. Why? Because I told him when he was stupid. Hated my guts. So he sends these two bulldogs after me. And they want me to have a W-2 on every single account. To which I say, they have a liquor license. Like, their liquor license, I have all the liquor license numbers. That tells me that they have a liquor license and that they are the end sales tax collector, not me, when I sell to these bars. So, brand new person at the Department of Revenue. Nope, you need one for every single customer. So I literally give them 12 boxes of fucking shit. 12 boxes. And I'm like, here you go. Have a good time. Chick starts going through it, gets frustrated, quits.
She quit?
Quit.
The department
From
or
the
just
Department
your
of
case?
Revenue.
The Department of Revenue. As far as I know, she quit the Department of Revenue. I think it's over. I've given them all the shit they want. Whatever, it's over. About 4 months later, I get a letter saying I'm non-compliant. Why am I non-compliant? Well, one, I'm a smartass. So I handed them 12 boxes of shit and went, here you go. Have fun. Sift through it. Good luck. And two, they wanted my register receipt for an entire year. So my smartass gives them a file that's not in Excel, so they can't search, but it has 5,362 transactions in it. Here you go, guys. Have a good time. So I call the state. I'm getting a fine for $1,000. I call the state and I go, what the fuck is this fine for? You're non-compliant. And I go, what did I not comply with? Well, you gave us a file that we would have had to search all the way through. And I go, that's kind of your job. And I go, if you're asking for, if you're searching for a specific thing, just fucking ask. Don't ask me for a year's worth of transactions. Just say, hey, can I have February 23rd transactions? Sure. Then you're only going to have 700 to 1,000 transactions. Long story short, I get it all dropped. The Department of Revenue one is still going because nobody's closed it out. A woman walks in one day and she has gone through all 12 boxes.
That's impressive.
And she comes in and she goes, all right, Brian, here's the 50 bars that you don't have a whatever for. And I go, that guy's dead. That place closed 12 years ago. This place closed 30 years ago. Like, what the hell do you want me to do? And she winks at me, looks at me and goes, make them up. And I go, what did you just say? And she goes, give me a sheet of paper for these 40. So I made up shit, put it down, handed them to her. She came back the next day with a letter saying you passed with flying colors. What? What the fuck?
Yeah.
Wow. You wanted to get that off your chest. I think you wanted me to ask that question.
Oh, that one. I tell that story to anybody who will listen. I mean, like, government bureaucracy at its finest. Yeah. The guy at the top hates me. He sends 2 bulldogs after me. We don't break any rules. We do things the right way. And I send them on a wild goose chase for a year, and they come back and they're finally like, all right.
But Brian, don't worry. In the next political cycle, it'll all be better.
Oh,
don't worry. If the other guys had just been in charge, the people that, if you'd have voted the way I told you to vote, you wouldn't have to deal with that.
Oh,
next guys have got it. You just relax.
Every time, every 4 years, it's going to be better.
It's going to be fine.
Nothing changes.
You wrote yesterday and said put a poll up. I don't know. Did you put one up, Ross, or did you?
Oh no, I didn't. Oh, you asked us to put a poll up. I'm sorry. I thought you wanted us to just get words from the.
It wasn't a poll. It was I forgot to text Travis for the poll.
Oh, okay.
Ross, why don't you ask the chat?
That's what I did. And Ray right away wanted the THC drinks, but you knew what? Again, layup. That's a slam dunk for Ray.
I mean, Ray, my prices are better than everybody else's prices all the time. Just keep coming, bro. They're always on sale for you.
There you go. See, Ray, perpetual climbing kite sale.
They're always on sale. I mean, if you go to Gateway or Fairway or anywhere who has them and compare the prices to what we're selling them at, we are knocking their dick in the dirt.
So I do have a weird question. There's 0 alcohol in a THC drink, right?
Correct.
Can you get pulled? How do they know if you've been drinking a THC drink if you get pulled over?
Very good question. As far as I know, that's a loophole right now that they can't test for it in the field.
Only by doing a field sobriety test.
That would be the only way. But
which, in my opinion, is that's how it should be done anyway.
Yeah.
If you've got the motor skills to drive, you should be able to drive. If you don't have the motor skills to drive, you shouldn't be on the road. But that's right now, Travis. They don't have like a breathalyzer type of thing that they can do.
They don't.
But it's a totally different license though for you, isn't it, Brian?
It is. So I have to go onto the government website, license myself, and then we have to put in every single product that we carry into this government website. And if we get caught carrying something that's not approved, obviously you get in trouble. Back when they went from the Wild Wild West, put as many milligrams as you want in it to 4, that became a big problem for a lot of people. But again, we just try and do things honestly and make a couple pennies when we can and keep the doors open and keep on trucking. So we've never done anything outlandish and stupid.
Yeah. All right.
Mark. All right.
Yeah.
What
Besides
about
hanging out with you guys every Thursday.
Yeah, right. Exactly. What did you decide to do for a special for this coming week?
Are we there yet, or are we going to talk about what we talked about earlier? Travis, you never responded. Are we in for the 29th?
Oh, yeah, listen to this.
What time?
They want to start at 10 a.m. 10 or 11 to make it a full day VIP deal. It'd probably be there 3 hours, would be my guess. 3 or 4 hours.
The 29th. That's a Saturday.
It is.
Mark me down.
Okay.
We're doing this, and this is where? This one's at Revelton?
Revelton at Osceola.
Oh, it's in Osceola. So it's
probably 2:15 to 2:30 for you.
So if I go to 35 and take a right, I just go straight down, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
You know what I could do? I could take the Amtrak.
You probably could.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
You probably could. It's
But
really
here's the
close to
problem. Here's the problem with the Amtrak is that you can't rely on the times. It's not as
really? I thought that was like one of the things about.
No,
I thought that was like one of the things that trained for.
In Europe, yes, but not in the United States. I've had an Amtrak be 12 to 14 hours late before.
What?
Wow.
Yeah.
On the East Coast, because I took when we were out doing the recruiting visits, the East Coast was on point.
This Amtrak goes from Chicago to San Francisco. That's the Zephyr, right? It gets caught in the mountains, and what people don't understand about the Amtrak, it's on UP lines. So what happens is if freight takes precedence over passengers, meaning since UP owns the lines, and that's Union Pacific, if there's a freight train coming, you got to stop. You got to wait for the freight train to go by, and then you can start back up again. So the East Coast is completely different. It's a different line. The California Zephyr and Amtrak, a little bit different. A little bit different.
I love this information that Travis has.
It's just useless information that Travis has locked in his brain.
That's right. That's what we have.
Good.
That's what we have. So let's talk about what we're doing.
Okay, so we're going to go down and we're going to pick a barrel of Revelton single barrel whiskey. Now, the really cool part about Revelton single barrel whiskey is we're going to go into their rack house. We're going to sample 2 or 3 barrels. We're going to decide which one we like at 122 proof because that's what it's at in the barrel.
Ooh.
Whichever one we decide we like.
Now, Travis, that was what we did with that with the Knob Creek. The Knob Creek was like 120 proof.
Yeah. Okay, so then we're going to take whichever barrel we select, we're going to take to their sampling room. Really cool part, the thing that got me hooked on Revelton is if you like it, Travis, a little hotter, we can keep it at 115 proof. And we could buy 4 cases of that. And then Ross, because you're kind of a little sissy, if you want it at 80 proof, we can get 20 cases of 80 proof. And then let's just say I like it in the middle. We can get 10 cases at the 105 proof.
Old Goldilocks over here can't decide on which if he's a man or not. So he just
So that's the really
you can
cool
do
part.
all 3. So can you explain that to me? Like, do they have to take the highest proof stuff out first,
100%.
water it down?
Yep. So
Okay.
if we want 12 cases at barrel proof, that's going to come out of the barrel first. They're going to add 0 water to it. They're going to put it in a barrel after they filter it and get anything out. They're going to put it in a barrel. We're done. Then if we want 10 cases at 115, they're going to take X amount of product out of the barrel. They're going to add water to it to get it to 110, and then they're going to bottle that, and then so on and so on and so on. So I think it'll be really cool. I have yet to go down to the Revelton distillery. I've driven by it many times, and it looks pretty fantastic. But they're killing it.
They do some great stuff, man. That mulberry gin that they make.
Oh my God. It's unbelievable.
And then you make mules with that mulberry gin. That's fantastic.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. It's literally, it's on fire.
So count me in for the 29th. I'll be there on the 29th.
I put it into my calendar. 10 a.m. Osceola.
10 a.m.
All right.
Now, do we want to include Trent, Sean, whoever?
Yeah.
And look at absolutely.
Boys
I
wanna
have no
come down?
problem with that.
We should invite him down.
Yeah, I mean, Ken's still trying to get me to negotiate and be on those two shows. You know, I'm not leaving my cash cow in you two, so we'll see what happens with that. But I think it would be great, and we can put all sorts of shit on the back label if we want. You know, if you guys want the high proof, we can put Central City / the Rush. If Trent likes the 80 proof, we can put Central City and Trent, the Lunch Rush. If Sean likes the middle one, we can do all sorts of cool things.
Cool.
I did really like the Knob Creek.
Yeah.
That hot one was really good.
I like the Makers. Makers.
Yeah, the Makers had the best flavor. The Makers had the best flavor. That Knob Creek, though, man, I could have.
Still got some Makers.
Do you still
dude,
have some of that?
I
Makers?
don't. That's hard to understand because that was an incredible barrel.
Yeah.
You know, I think you should take a listener along too.
I said that to Ross yesterday. I said, you know, what do we do? Do we do on the 27th when we're on here? Whichever name I draw out of the hat, you can
Goes
join
with
us.
us.
Goes
Oh,
with
that
us
would
on
be
Saturday.
fun.
My only question would be this: if we do it on the 27th, that winner may go, man, I can't make. Should we do it the week before?
The week before gives them a week to prepare.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think we do it the week before because that'd give. You'd hate to draw somebody and they're like, I can't go.
Yeah.
We can. I mean, I looked at my calendar the other day. My kid has a game on the 28th and the 30th, so I'm good.
Good.
Corey from Bats and Bugs just wants to verify. Will they need a pest inspection down there at Revelton on the 29th? Because if they've got a bat infestation and we have an extra seat, Corey's a fun dude.
So I can ask, and I can ask them how many people I can bring. I mean, I don't care.
I was thinking it would be nice to bring a listener along, but also, I'm just spit Brandon here. If we offered it to our advertisers, said, "Hey, if you want to, like, if Corey, if you want to go," I'm just, because you're a great advertiser. It'd be nice that you meet the other advertisers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think it's great. I don't know if you guys know it, but
he disappeared.
What an unbelievable leave there. What an unbelievable timing of leave. I'm not sure if you guys know it, but
boom. You know what has happened? The state of Iowa just cut off his internet connection after his first 10 minutes of the show.
They might have. Did Press say he would be in? Yeah.
It never fucking fails.
Dude, that was wild. It literally ended, Brian. You said, I don't know if you guys know this or not, but.
And my father called. It never fucking fails. He knows I'm on the show.
It was Tom.
He knows. And I'm guessing he's going to call again here in 2 seconds because he's just like,
and he's on the other line going, pick up the fucking phone.
Yes,
I got the phone. I pay for the phone.
100% he is. He's motherfucking me right now. Like, why is he not answering my call? I'm going to call him again.
I love it.
Yeah, we're getting a couple sponsors have reached out already after that first word and said, sponsors would love to go on so just find out how many people can go.
What we can do. Yeah, that'd be fun.
Yeah, and if they can't, if there's a cap on how many people can go to this one, I also have Iowa Distilling, who has never sold a barrel to somebody like me that wants me to get barrel one that's actually going to the public.
Ooh.
That's pretty cool.
That one would be a cool one too. That one, so like Revelton, just think about this. So Revelton's only been around for 6 years. Revelton has enough barrels that they laid down 6 years ago to start doing single barrel programs. That means when they first opened, somebody had a boatload of cash and gave them a boatload of cash so they could lay down 1,000 barrels right now.
Wow.
And let them age for 4 to 6 years. Like Kyle at Iowa Distilling, he must not have had that same cash cow to start because he's been just slowly getting barrels and getting barrels. And I like Kyle and I like what he does. And I've said to him 1,000 times, I want barrel one that goes to the public. I get it. It won't be actually barrel one because you've made plenty of barrels, but I want barrel one that goes to the public. So that one they want that one to be done on a Monday. So it would probably be like a Monday afternoon.
All right, we'll figure that out. I can make those arrangements.
I haven't put dates down, but
okay.
I'm with you. The more the merrier. If we can get And I can even say it to Sean, the guy I'm dealing with at Revelton. If some of these advertisers want to go and they want to buy a barrel too, they could split it between 4 or 5 advertisers and give them away as gifts. Do whatever the hell you want with them. I don't care.
Well, look at Gary Presnell, right? Get a mortgage with McGarry, get a free bottle of bourbon.
Free bottle of bourbon.
See? There you go. There you go. Hey, I want to get to this phone call real quick, but we're going to have to get through the specials because it's getting good. But Jim called in. Jim, welcome to the Rush Radio Show powered by Willis Automotive. What's up?
Hey, excuse me. You were talking about Amtrak.
Yeah.
2004, we take the Amtrak from Osceola out to Colorado Springs. My buddy's a head trainer at Air Force. We go to Air Force Navy game, spend a few days. Supposed to leave Denver at 8 in the morning. We pull out at 2 in the morning. We get to freaking McCook, Nebraska, because the conductor's been on duty for 12 hours. They have to bring a conductor out from Omaha. They don't have one in McCook, Nebraska.
And that's a 5 to 6 hour
Omaha
drive.
World Herald was the only paper available. And we sat in McCook, Nebraska for 4 hours. It took us 26 hours to get back from Denver.
You'd have been better off renting a car.
We could have made it much easier. But I'll tell you what, on the way out with the Shriners, they were going to a Shriners convention. Hell of a time. Man, those guys can drink.
Good stuff, Jim. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Supposed to leave at 8 a.m., left at 2 o'clock in the morning following, and then a long delay. That's why the Amtrak. I love the Amtrak. I do. I've taken it several times. But
Only time I've been on a train is in Europe.
All right, let's do the specials. Let's do the specials.
Let's do the specials. So yesterday in Ross's show, they said they wanted some stuff because it's almost football season.
Yes.
I mean, it really kind of is football season, considering there's a game today, which kind of doesn't matter, but it's a game.
Yeah, right.
Okay, and then somebody else said they love these things. So we're going to bring these back. These are these RTD ready-to-drink cocktails. I still have a little bit left. I don't have a ton of flavors left, but normally they're $6.99. I mean, I got this one is Manhattan. This one is whiskey sour. This one is classic lime margarita. And this one is spicy margarita. Ooh. So those are normally $6.99. We're going to go $4.99. We're going to try and get rid of them all. There's probably 100 of them left. Let's get rid of them all.
I like it.
That's a challenge.
It's a challenge.
Yes.
When we get to this, it's pretty light this week.
Oh, you sons of bitches. Get
I don't
to
know if
Central
the Rush
Cities.
listeners weren't drinking last week or what the deal is, but don't be a quitter. Keep drinking.
Don't be a quitter.
Deb says that was her. Deb, go buy 50 of those ready-to-drink cocktails. 50 of them.
Come on, Deb. They're $4.99. Like, you can buy all sorts
Deb's
of
figured
them.
out the game. What Deb's going to do is buy 20 of them, but she's going to buy them each individually, so she needs 20 receipts in the box.
Smart lady. Smart lady. The other one that people asked for was they want to do some Bloody Mary. Well, I'm not going to blanket a certain vodka. I'm going to show you Tito's because everybody loves Tito's, and it's the hottest vodka there is, and it's not even close. Okay, but if you don't want to put this vodka with your mix, you don't have to. We've got Michelada Zing Zang. We've got Spicy Zing Zang. We've got regular Zing Zang. We've got all sorts of Zing Zangs.
Wait. The first one said just add water? The Michelada.
Oh, it says just add beer.
Oh, just add beer. I'm sorry. I thought it said just add water.
Okay. So
Okay.
Zing Zang is the most popular. Let's not beat around the bush. But I have 30 different types of Bloody Mary mix.
Okay.
You know, that guy who was asking for Morning Wood, that was a local one. You've got Mullets, who has their own Bloody Mary mix. You've got Mark Gannon has Hair of the Dog Bloody Mary mix. If you want to stay local, those ones are local. If you want just one of those. So any vodka in the house, if you buy a Bloody Mary mix, you're getting 10% off whatever vodka you choose.
So buy a Bloody Mary mix and 10% off any vodka.
Yep.
Okay. I like it.
Okay.
I had a Bloody Mary yesterday.
There you go.
Bloody Mary season. It's always
Other
Bloody
one
Mary season.
that people asked for was it's hot still. How about a margarita?
Yes.
How about a margarita? So same deal. You buy a margarita mix or a mix of any sort, let's call it. 10% off any tequila. Now, the exclusion is if it's already on sale, like this one is. I can't give you 10% off this one. This one's already super cheap.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. That's the one that, you already told us last week. That one was really cheap.
Yep. So there's your deals for the week.
I like
it.
I got a funny one for the giveaway. Whoever's in this is it's gonna be fun. Okay, so have you guys all seen these that you can buy at the gas station?
Little buzz ball.
Yeah, so Buzzball's got like 4 sizes, right? Like this is the one that every gas station carries, and you can, I got them in my tub sitting right next to me.
Okay.
Todd Father, God love him, they came out with a boulder.
Oh,
it's not a Buzz Ball, it's a Buzz Boulder. This is a 3-liter plastic ball of delightfulness. Not really.
But if it's free, it's really delightful.
Yeah, and there's 5 different flavors I'm seeing right here. This one that I just grabbed is the Lime-A-Rita, but whoever wins today, you get to come in and pick out a boulder.
A Buzz Boulder.
Buzz Boulder.
That
just
does
for
look
yourself.
that does look like a party. I wouldn't say just for yourself.
Well,
you never know. You never know, Ross. You never know. All right, let's draw that winner.
You guys live
It's
a different
light
life
this week.
than I do.
It's light. There's literally like 6.
Oh my gosh.
Rush Radio, you want me to keep coming on here and doing this shit? I need more than 6.
Last couple of weeks we were like, it was overflowing.
Yeah. And don't forget, here in 2 weeks, probably the same week, we're going to do the Come With Us to Revelton. I got that barrel head that we're going to give away.
Oh, that's right. That's a cool one.
Anybody in the last month is into the drawing.
That's
so
a
we'll
cool
have this thing hopefully overflowing for that drawing. This guy is Mark Winky.
Mark Winky.
Mark Winky.
Mark Winky gets himself a Buzz Boulder on Central City.
I love it.
Congratulations, Mark.
I love it. So
I
we've
like
got
it.
the ready-to-drink cocktails at $4.99. Buy a Bloody Mary mix. Get any vodka that's not on sale 10% off. And buy a margarita mix. And Tom's calling. I'm just going to take him. Tom called again. Buy a margarita mix. Get 10% off any tequila that's not on sale.
Listen, I tried to call you about 5 minutes ago. You didn't even answer. What the hell's going on down at the store? What are you doing?
When I call, you answer the phone. Don't you understand that?
I know you think you run that place, but you know I can still fire your
I'm
ass,
still
right?
in charge, damn it. Fun show today. Fun show.
It was. Look at him right there.
I think he just wanted to. I'd bring you on, buddy, but we got to get out of here. Everybody have a great Thursday. We're back tomorrow with the Iowa Lottery Weekly Woohoo on the Rush Radio Show, powered by Willis Automotive.
Hey, Tanner with Liberty Lawn and Landscape here. We are now booking, so get a hold of us to schedule your next project today. Serving the Des Moines Metro, we specialize in a variety of services such as retaining walls, paver patios, edging and rocking, and much more. Now offering 3D renderings to show you exactly how your project will look before beginning. Liberty is proudly veteran-owned and ready to serve you today.
Start spreading the news, cause it's time to buy booze, and there's only one place to be. You can see all your friends, the good times never end, unless you're just loitering. It's Central City, we can make your dreams come true. No guarantee your dreams will come true. Central City, all this booze is waiting for you. Look at all this booze.
The World Cup is heating up, and so are we at Willis Nissan. This July, you can score big with 0% on the rugged Frontier, the practical and fuel-efficient Murano, the full-size Pathfinder, and the compact and modern Rogue. And with up to $5,000 in available customer cash on these models, the savings are even better. So stop into our showroom or head online to willisnissan.com today.
With the Iowa Lottery's new Millionaire for Life game, you could win $1 million a year for life. That could make you a My Dream Job is No Job millionaire. A front row tickets to every show millionaire. A hire a personal glam squad for you and your bestie millionaire.
Yep, a little further.
Or just to never run out of your favorite pickles millionaire. With Millionaire for Life from the Iowa Lottery,
And these.
you can change your life for life. Play today.
Bask in the glory of victory, or if necessary, wallow in the sorrow of defeat. Do both after every Hawkeye game on the Black and Gold Rush on the Rush Radio Network.
Hi, Noel from Fiscus Jewelers. Thinking about popping the question? Take their breath away with a diamond you can trust. Rare and forever natural diamonds. Thoughtfully selected and pre-screened using advanced technology. If you don't see exactly what you're looking for, we'll custom design it together. Our experienced team is here to help you create something truly meaningful. And let's not forget about the guys. We proudly offer the largest selection of men's wedding bands around. Fiscus Jewelers, your jeweler for life.
Don't settle for less. Get more of what you want with new Power Water from Powerade. More electrolytes, more flavor, and zero sugar. Do it again, make it a 10. I got the power. Finally, a fitness water that gives you power for more. Powerade Power Water. It takes more.
Coming up now, Travis, Ross, and at least one opinion that will get somebody mad online.